After 12 long and grueling years of waiting, 12 years of a lack of good zombie games, 12 years that I thought that this game would just never come out, and we finally have our hands on it. It's finally released, but is it what we hoped? Well, let me tell you, I'm definitely a person you can take their word on. You see, I was a huge fan of Dead Island 1 and Dead Island Riptide. I've made a couple videos about them in the past and even a video on Dead Island 2 because I was so excited. And honestly, I just could not wait for today. Well, last night. And I'm just really excited to be able to share it with everyone. So, let's just get right into it. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up all night last night playing Dead Island 2. I have not gotten a lick of sleep, and that's just how it is. That's just how it be. But yeah, let's get right into this. I am gonna say right off the bat, I'm going to try to limit the on-screen edits in this video just so that you guys can appreciate the gameplay and see it all for its glory, because honestly this game does look great, but I don't want to talk about that yet. I'll get into that. Let's get started. First off, without spoiling any of my thoughts, I am not disappointed. For a game that I waited 12 years for, I will confidently say I am not disappointed. I said it in a post that you guys might have seen where I don't think anything is worth a 12-year wait, but I will definitely say this is not just another cyberpunk situation. We have a good and real game on our hands here. Along with the on-screen edits, I'm going to try to avoid any spoilers. There will be scenes of cutscenes in the background, but I really don't think you will be able to put anything together, and you will also, in the top right corner, be able to see the missions. So if you don't want to see that, don't look up there, but I also don't think you will get any story from that. Now, there is one part of this story I do want to spoil, and it's not a big part though. I'm going to make it quick, and I'm going to say here, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for the story. Sam B returns. That's right. Sam B. When I saw him, I was just clapping, and I felt like Charlie. I was like, woo! Yeah, baby! That's what we went for. That's what I felt like. But honestly, I was so excited to see Sam B, and I won't bring anything else into that. I just want to say we got Sam B back. And on top of that, I think that there's a good possibility that the Who Do You Voodoo Easter egg in Dying Light 2 could very well be a little Easter egg hinting at the fact that Sam B returns in Dead Island 2. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. Now, on to my thoughts with the game. Right off the bat, it was so good looking. Like, I can't usually find games that look as good as this, and obviously it's a new AAA title, so it's gonna look great, but the closest game I have played to this graphically is like Chernobylite. And if you don't know what Chernobylite is, that game is nutty. That game is like photorealistic gameplay. It's almost like you're walking through a video. That game is insane. I'll make a video on it in the future, but that's not what this video is for. Dead Island 2 looks spectacular, and I just want to say the way they did LA was so great, because I am sick and tired of grimy zombie games. That's what I loved about Dead Island. You were on this tropical island with so much color and vibrancy. And sure, Dying Light and Dying Light 2 are still kind of not the grimy dark games, but they're more just monochrome, like, I don't know, they're dull. And this game matches that old Dead Island vibrancy. Everything pops, and it's because it's in LA. You really feel like you're in this summery place, and then when it turns night, all the lights, all the neon, it just shines, and it's so good looking. It all pops. And for a game that was supposed to come out in 2015, wowee did they upgrade these graphics. And I know they pretty much just redid the game since Techland, but holy crap. And going off of how I said the color and everything kind of matches the original Dead Island games, the whole game in general, it has this weird feeling to it where it feels like the classic Dead Island experience, but at the same time, they did such a unique job at it that it feels like, and you can tell that it is its own brand new game, and it feels so smooth. And with it feeling smooth, it feels like it felt like I was playing a Dying Light game without parkour. And I wonder if that could be because Techland was originally behind it, and maybe they had certain assets that were left behind and Dam Buster picked it up, or maybe Dam Buster just really liked what Techland was doing. Who knows? But it really feels like that Dying Light smoothness, and honestly, it feels closer to Dying Light 1. It's the smooth but not unrealistic feeling. I don't know how to explain it. You guys are just gonna need to play it. Honestly, I don't even think the video is going to do it justice. Now, of course, the part of the graphics that people are waiting for. The gore system. This is actually the most unique gore system I've ever seen in any game. They have achieved something that I have actually never seen at all in gaming. Sure, in like Red Dead Redemption, you can shoot someone's head off or shoot someone's arm off. In this game though, the specific spot you slices the clothing and slices into them, or you hit them on the head with a mallet and it will dent their head, and if you hit it again, their skull will break off and show their brain jiggling around. Or if you hit a decrepit enough zombie in the chest with a mallet, it will end up cracking his ribs open and his guts will spill out. It's like so inventive, and honestly, as I said, it's unlike something I've ever seen in any other game, and I think that they did a spectacular job at that. And along with the physics, the whole world just feels so great. Everywhere there's something to interact with. There's pipes in the ground shooting water or oil, and there's always jerry cans with gas or water in it so you can electrocute or so you can light zombies on fire, and you still have that original Dead Island crafting system. So you could throw some fire or you could throw some electricity on it and make those even crazier, and it's just so much fun. I know I just keep saying it's so much fun, but that's like almost all I can say about this game. Now, I also like the characters who I've seen so far. I have only chosen Jacob as a character because I liked his stats, and so far I'm really liking him. He's some British guy who says bruv, which I really like, and he always talks about what his mom would want him to do from heaven. I don't know, he's just kind of a cool character. I think they wrote him out well. Now, with the characters though, the voice acting is nothing to call home about. And the story, honestly, so far, nothing to call home about. But it's not bad. I don't think it's bad at all. It's just not insane. It's not like a Resident Evil level story. And I feel like some people honestly expecting Stanley Kubrick Eyes Wide Shut level writing to come out of it. That's neither here or there. Back to what I liked. I really liked the map system too. All of the maps, it's like certain areas that you go from area to area, kind of like a stalker game. I don't know many games that do it like this, but I really like that they actually did that, because not only does it help with frame rate, it helps lock everything down so you can do all the stuff you can in this area, then you go to the next. But you're free to go from one area to the next area to the next area. You're not locked down to finish your stuff in this area, then go to the next, kind of like the Metro games. That's not how it is. I just really like the mapping system. And with the maps, I really like how they did the actual map, because it's like an LA tourist location map, like map of the stars and stuff like that. And every new location you go to is a new fold up map. And it just adds like artsiness to the game, and I just think that's really unique and cool too. It really fits the aesthetic too of LA. Now, I did see some comments on my previous Dead Island 2 video saying not to get my hopes up, and it's probably just gonna be another Cyberpunk release, and I have to say, I knew you guys were gonna be wrong. Not that I don't appreciate the feedback, but I knew this game was gonna be good, and I don't care what anyone says. Even if it gets the worst ratings and no one watching this video likes it, I will say now, I'm really happy with it. I'm not disappointed. I'm not gonna say it was worth the wait. I don't think anything's worth that wait, but I am not disappointed, and I am really happy. I can't wait to get back on. The only reason I stopped playing was to make this video and to eat some food and get some sleep. Right after this, I'm gonna edit this video up, hop right back on, and yeah, I'm gonna say it again. It's so much fun. Now, the last thing I want to bring up is I talked about my personal opinion. Now, I want to bring up some other people's opinions. Before the game actually got released, I was hovering the store page, waiting I think there was like 2 hours left or something. It was around the time that I made the post last night. I was just so excited. I could not get my brain off of Dead Island 2. But I was looking at the store page and I had noticed that Epic had released 3 reviews. I don't remember from who. I will check if they're still up, but they were not positive. And if you look at the reviews that are up now on the game cover on Epic's website or Epic's launcher, they all seem to be pretty good from reputable sites. But at the same time, they posted 3 reviews. It was a 75, a 50-something, and a 50-something. I'll try to find them, but what they were explaining was the story was dull, and the graphics weren't that good, and it just feels mindless zombie shooter, as all zombie shooters are, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I feel like not only is there a disconnect between gamers and game critics, but I was thinking, not only is there that, I have a good feeling that these critics aren't fans of the games or just didn't personally play the games back then, and they go to this one and they don't understand it. Yeah, it might not be the best game ever as it was being hyped up to be, but it was being hyped up to be the best Dead Island, and it's gonna be so much better than the other Dead Islands. And as a fan of the series, I can say they did that. And some people will say, well, that's just fans being blind to the mistake that the developers put in. But in my opinion, it is fans being able to look past certain small mistakes at the game in a whole. Critics look at one small, tiny little detail and they'll make the review 55% or 55 out of 100. And it's like, if you were a fan of the series, you would be able to look past that. I didn't experience actually I experienced one bug, but it made me almost fall out of my chair laughing. I smacked a zombie who was attacking a woman, and the woman just like cartwheels into the air. I don't know, you'll see. Honestly, that's the reason I think that this game and certain games get certain bad ratings. It's a part of a franchise that it's not made for the people who didn't play the other games or didn't like the other games. It's made for the fans, and when the fans get their hands on it, it's like that's what they've been wanting and that's what they've been asking for. I don't know. I could be wrong. You should definitely let me know what you think. I think this video is way longer than it should be. I just wanted to say my thoughts real quick. I am in love with Dead Island 2. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. If you don't have it and you have the means to play it, definitely go get it. It is an expensive game right now, and if you have a PC, it is slightly a demanding game. It runs well, though. There's a lot of settings that you can tweak with it. I don't know. I'm going to end it here. If you like this video, if you like Dead Island, if you want to see more Dead Island 2, if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more Dead Island 2, definitely hit the like and subscribe to stay up to date. And as I always say, don't forget to check out BillyTheWhip.com or just BillyTheWhip on any music platform. And I'm going to say, I think I'm getting better at this talking into the mic stuff. I'm killing it. Less cuts and everything. But as I always say, have a great day. Have a great day. And enjoy Dead Island 2!